Hello, I'm Colum Coleman, and welcome to Historical Humans Reads, where we take primary sources and bring them to your screen. Today, we're reading a passage from the novel Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. Hermann Hesse was a German-Swiss novelist, artist, and poet who received the Nobel Prize for Literature for his collected works in 1946. The novel Siddhartha was first published in German in the year 1922. It is based on the early life of the Buddha and was inspired by Hesse's visit to India prior to World War I. Let's jump right into a little excerpt from Siddhartha. Quoth Siddhartha, "What should I possibly have to tell you, O venerable one? Perhaps that you're searching far too much? That in all searching, you don't find the time for finding?" "How come?" asked Govinda. "When someone is searching," said Siddhartha, "then it might easily happen that the only thing his eyes still see is that what he searches for that he is unable to find anything, to let anything enter his mind, because he always thinks of nothing but the object of his search, because he has a goal, because he is obsessed by that goal. Searching means having a goal, but finding means being free, being open, having no goal. You, O venerable one, are perhaps indeed a searcher, because striving for your goal, there are many things you don't see, which are directly in front of your eyes." "I don't quite understand yet," asked Govinda. "What do you mean by this?" Quoth Siddhartha, "A long time ago, O venerable one, many years ago, you've once before been at this river, and have found a sleeping man by the river, and have sat down with him to guard his sleep. But, O Govinda, you did not recognize the sleeping man." Astonished, as if he had been the object of a magic spell, the monk looked into the ferryman's eyes. "Are you Siddhartha?" he asked with a timid voice. "I wouldn't have recognized you this time as well. From my heart I am greeting you, Siddhartha, from my heart. I am happy to see you once again. You've changed a lot, my friend, and so now you've become a ferryman." In a friendly manner, Siddhartha laughed. "A ferryman, yes. Many people, Govinda, have to change a lot, have to wear many a robe. I am one of those, my dear. Be welcome, Govinda, and spend the night in my hut." Govinda stayed the night in the hut and slept on the bed, which used to be Vasudeva's bed. Many questions he posed to the friend of his youth. Many things Siddhartha had to tell him from his life. When in the next morning the time had come to start the day's journey, Govinda said, not without hesitation, these words. "Before I'll continue my path, Siddhartha, permit me to ask one more question. Do you have a teaching? Do you have a faith or a knowledge you follow, which helps you to live and to do right?" Quoth Siddhartha, "You know, my dear, that I already as a young man, in those days when we lived with the penitents in the forest, started to distrust teachers and teachings, and to turn my back to them. I have stuck with this. Nevertheless, I have had many teachers since then. A beautiful courtesan has been my teacher for a long time, and a rich merchant was my teacher, and some gamblers with dice. Once, even a follower of Buddha, traveling on foot, has been my teacher. He sat with me when I had fallen asleep in the forest on the pilgrimage. I've also learned from him. I'm also grateful to him, very grateful. But most of all, I've learned here from this river and from my predecessor, the ferryman Vasudeva. He was a very simple person, Vasudeva. He was no thinker, but he knew what is necessary just as well as Gautama. He was a perfect man, a saint." Govinda said, "Still, O Siddhartha, you love a bit to mock people, as it seems to me. I believe in you and know that you haven't followed a teacher, but you haven't found something by yourself. Though you found no teachings, you still found certain thoughts, certain insights, which are your own and which help you to live. If you would like to tell me some of these, you would delight my heart. Quoth Siddhartha, I've had thoughts, yes, and insight, again and again. Sometimes for an hour or for an entire day, I have felt knowledge in me, as one would feel life in one's heart. There have been many thoughts, but it would be hard for me to convey them to you. Look, my dear Govinda, this is one of my thoughts, which I have found. Wisdom cannot be passed on. Wisdom which a man tries to pass on to someone always sounds like foolishness. This has been Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. If you enjoyed this video and like to hear more excerpts from original text, please follow or subscribe to us on your platform of choice. If you would like, if there's a work you would like to hear, be sure to like and subscribe to the video, comment below. Thank you for watching.